Welcome, I'm Tracy Pa with another episode of Scope. 3-year-old Tilesa is among the few children who are battling leukemia at the Port Moresby General Hospital. Since their parents found out about her illness, they are urging other parents to have their kids checked because of the number of children undergoing treatment at Port Moresby General Hospital. The little superhero is well and now back at home. However, the need for specialists in treating the various types of cancer is still an ongoing challenge.
3-year-old Tilesa had acute lymphoblastic leukemia. She battled the illness since March this year. She was one of the few children at the Port Moresby General Hospital getting cancer treatment. Many types of leukemia exist. Tilesa's cancer type was defined as a cancer of the body's blood-forming tissues, including the bone marrow and the lymphatic system.
Where she kept getting sick constantly. Like every week she was getting sick, we were getting checked up, it was malaria. And then the next week we'll go back again, malaria again. So then we decided to go for a second opinion at PIH because we were just going and seeing general practitioners. So then when we went to PIH and when we got checked up, they asked us to do a full blood count, just to double check. So once we did that full blood count and went back for the result, we found out that she had anemia. So then we got referred from PIH to go down to PMGH just to do a leukemia test, a cancer test, to confirm whether results that they got will correspond with PMGH's results. So once we went down to PMGH, that's when we found out that she had leukemia. But they did not tell us straight away. We had to wait for results to come back because they did a blood film. And then on that Friday was when our doctor came back and told us that she had leukemia. And she was around 75% positive with leukemia. It's not something that's easy for parents to process, but because of her, we tried our best to be strong and not show emotions. So
both parents had heard about the illness but had only a broad understanding of it.
I guess because of the lack of awareness that goes around in our country, so we really didn't know much. So we decided that was the day where we started researching anywhere, any information that we could get. We just started collecting just to understand what this illness really is and what it can cause, especially for a child of her age. So we started just researching by ourselves. We were even asking doctors as well if they could give us some information.
Tilesa's parents are urging other parents to have their children checked well because of the number of children diagnosed with cancer received at Port Moresby General Hospital.
I mean, it does not hurt to ask your doctor that you're seeing, can you take a full blood count? Because that's the only way you are going to find out whether your child has cancer or not. From the full blood count, they'll check the white blood cells, the platelets, everything. So my advice is any little sickness that your child, if you see that there's an ongoing illness that your child is having week after week after week, don't just
wait for it to finish naturally.
Yes. Bring them straight to PMGH.
First week or the second week, if you see that there's no progress in them getting better, take them to a GP or a nearest clinic or wherever you can get them checked up. Get them checked up. It may be something very serious, but you don't know.
You don't know.
Both parents say they were lucky to have Tilesa diagnosed in the 3rd month since it developed. Studies show that the younger a cancer patient, the higher the chance of being cured. Medical oncologist Dr. Vasuda on Onco stated, "The cure rates for childhood cancers are much better than adult cancer. Acute lymphoblastic leukemia is a common leukemia and forms about 75% of all leukemias, and the cure rates have progressed from about 4% from 1960 to 85% today."
All depends to, I would say, it will depend to parents, how they take care of their children, what they can keep them away from.
Fortunately for Tilesa, the medications she needed for her treatment was not an issue.
Helpful, they try their best to help us with whatever they can. If they don't have those tests here, they always come back to us and say, sorry, we don't have this here. We'll have to, go
find elsewhere.
So we're down with this chemo medicine now. We can write your prescription and you can look for it at another supplier or something like that. So I'd say it's beyond the hospital staff's control.
Like if PMGH doesn't have it, at least we can find it elsewhere in a different pharmacy.
Tilesa's dad, Vagi, said their mission to do a flow cytometry test for his daughter continues. With a fundraising target of 300,000 kina, they want to differentiate whether Tilesa is a T-cell or B-cell leukemia patient. Currently, PMGH does not have the test.
We had to be mentally prepared that this is going to happen to our child while undergoing chemo. Her hair will start to lose. So we said, why don't we take this opportunity as well, and we don't want her to feel alone. So we made to save as our first fundraising.
Her treatment journey was shared widely on social media and caught the attention of several organizations, including Australian National Rugby League team, the Brisbane Broncos.
We wrote to numerous clubs and organizations saying a story and how they can help us, how they can support us in cash or kind. Most of them came back very good, and Brisbane Broncos was one of them. They emailed us back, and at the same time too, David Mead was going to come to the country for his own arrangements. So they said, no worries, David is coming, so we send up a merchandise pack for Tilesa and then send it up. So that's how we got in touch with them.
The family raised about 15,000 kina and are aiming for more fundraisings, including a corporate dinner towards the end of this year. Young Tilesa and her parents, through their experience, met many friends along the way and also have a ward family they keep close.
I would like to appeal, especially for medical students, you can go beyond. Currently at PMGH, we do not have an oncologist. Although we have an adult cancer ward and children's cancer ward, we do not have an oncologist. So the doctors that are treating us, and I do not blame them, they are specialized in pediatrics. So I don't blame them if they don't know beyond what else to do for our children. So my appeal would be that if there's anyone out there, especially for medical students or even the government, you could sponsor a medical student to go study, be an oncologist, come back, because so far we've seen that we actually thought Tilesa was the only child that had cancer until we stepped into the cancer ward and we realized how many more children. I mean, that's just the ward alone. Who knows outside that have not even come to the ward yet. So my appeal, especially to the government, if you can sponsor medical students to go study oncology, come back, that would be great. If you could build a research cancer institute, even build a cancer clinic hospital for itself with a research institute, that would be great. We wouldn't have to, for parents, struggle to raise funds just to go abroad when we have it here.
With their urge for more oncologists, the hospital management agreed there is a need for specialists in the treatment of the various types of cancer.
That's so.
Yes, we don't have oncologists in the country. For the treatment of for leukemias, you need a hemato-oncologist. That means an oncologist specialized in treatment of cancers in the blood and the bone marrow. So which we don't have those specialist services. Even radiation oncologists we don't have. we don't have a clinical oncologist of our own, but that's why we are recruiting people. So we are looking at recruiting all those people to work in this facility so that they can also provide a service as well as train our Papua New Guineans to become that. So that's why I'm pressing to the relevant authorities like the departments, the government, is that let's not think about building many cancer facilities everywhere. Let's concentrate on getting one correct. We train the appropriate manpower in that facility, and then we can build up new facilities when we have the adequate manpower, human resource for the country as far as cancer is concerned.
Little Tilesa went through 26 days of chemotherapy treatment procedures recently and is slightly different. It is the oral mercaptopurin chemotherapy treatment. The little superhero has been discharged and is safe at home.
When we come back, Brendan Bolemak and Jonah Pumas are examples of perseverance, commitment, and unwavering determination to excel in their studies. When we come back, we listen to their stories as Wawin National High School ends the academic year on a high note. Two students at Wawin National High School in Morobe Province have recently been recognized for outstanding performances in the 2023 academic year. Both from two completely different provinces, families, and backgrounds have defied odds to be awarded top awards during the school's 23rd graduation ceremony. Brendan Bolemak and Jonah Pumas illustrated that there is always a silver lining in any challenge. It depends how one deals with the challenge and use it to their advantage.
Brendan Bolemak and Jonah Pumas stand out as examples of perseverance, commitment, and unwavering determination to excel in their studies. At the recent 23rd graduation of Wawin National High School in Morobe Province, both were awarded as high-performing students. After being suspended for a whole academic year, Brendan returned to claim the Dux Award for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics. He topped his class in STEM Mathematics and STEM Biology. From a mixed parentage of the Autonomous Region of Bougainville and Manus, Bolemak was one of the pioneer students of STEM when it was introduced in Wawin in 2021. However, behavioral issues resulted in him being suspended in the 2022 academic year. While his peers sat for their exams and graduated, Bolemak took that time to pause and reflect on his life choices, as well as do his own studies.
I got suspended last year and I was resumed this term, last term, term 3. And yes, a lot of challenges, mostly to do with studies, because we are young and we have friends, and then we have our studies also, and we have our faith, our belief in God also, and we are shifting. Yes, we are shifting from different stages, so that is my challenge. When I was suspended and I knew that I was coming back to school, so I did not give up yet. That kept me to do my studies at home. Like the biggest challenge I faced in this institution in Wawin that I have never faced, and I'm grateful for that disciplinary action that I got, and it turned out well.
The 20-year-old is interested in biotechnology, a field of science that studies living cells and cellular materials to create pharmaceutical, environmental, and other products to benefit society. From a mixed parentage of Manus and the Autonomous Region of Bougainville, Bolemak hopes to one day be an asset to Bougainville when it becomes an independent state.
My advice is to be yourself. Be yourself. We have to know ourselves, really, who we are, our background, and that will be our guide in our lives.
Long Advanced Mathematics, Golong Sound Dixon.
Jonah Pumas is another outstanding student whose rise to the top is deeply rooted in his parents' simple and subsistence life in the Sak Valley of Enga Province. This intelligent young man finished first in Mathematics A, Chemistry and Physics, making him the overall Science Dux awardee. His father and sister-in-law made the long journey down to Morobe Province to witness his significant accomplishment. Pumas is interested in mechanical engineering. He had his sights set on taking up the newly introduced STEM curriculum, but he was limited because he did not have the resources to support him.
Karena semua challenge mimpin facing lo, first lah time mimpin kan lo di school em, mimpin thinking lo sin STEM curriculum, but one challenge all em. Parents lo yang tulan sa work money so me needing one laptop, but setelah macam tulan mana buying laptop na sawat imilo, karena since last time curriculum so mixing block science kena.
He did not let his financial situation bring him down. Instead, he stayed focused on making his education opportunity count, saying his parents' prayers, hard work, and the little money they sent him would not go to waste.
Misa lik money or parents or sa dog na salin them, misa spending lo shop na or shop na pen na slaw something so. Emau mi stop na completing sla to play years lumilo Wawin. I also talk survival of the fittest. You got every life got challenge. Now you got all hardships. Now said man got strong through law facing challenge. All of them was achieving goal.
His older brother's wife, Priscilla, used to take care of him when he was growing up. She was extremely proud of the young man he has become.
Mama's blah family all kera school. No got money, blah talk na, blah look at them some blah to Islam. No, I'm seeing money of price award and I'm blah master.
Wawin National High decided to graduate its 224 students before they set for their grade 12 examinations. Principal Palpu said they want students to focus on their exams.
Once we have been graduating, immediately after the exam, we found that students didn't have sufficient time to plan to travel home, and things became a little bit rushed.
Principal Poo has been with Wawin National High School for 9 years. He said Wawin ranked 4th in the 2022 grade 12 exams. Prior to that, the school finished 3rd. He is confident that students and teachers have the potential to raise their academic standard. This means that the school has to take necessary steps to achieve these standards, including raising its cutoff mark from 90 to 120 out of 150 and above.
But now the cutoff has been further increased to 120 to allow for National School of Excellence to take only the very top students around the country. Some way we go down to select people who are performing at the average. We may not look into it anymore. So the others who are performing, who have a score of less than 120, we expect the provincial education system to look into looking at their own School of Excellence, where they can capture the top students.
The principal said the new curriculum of science, technology, engineering and mathematics is challenging and is akin to the foundation courses offered in universities.
That's why our current STEM students, they are able to sit for both STEM examinations and the OB examinations. Even though the OB subjects, curriculum, the syllabus, they're not going through it. So that's the difference. They're not sitting for they're not having lessons in the OB subjects. They're only doing the STEM subjects, but they are still eligible to sit for the OB exams.
After the break, Kalma fosters cultural diversity, unity and awareness in Queensland. Papua New Guinea joined in the celebration with storytelling, history, food, dance, art and craft and music. In the heart of Cairns, a vibrant and diverse community gathered at the Fugati Park for the 18th Annual Cairns Multicultural Festival, better known to locals and visitors as Krama, a celebration of unity, diversity, and the rich tapestry of cultures that call Cairns home. Organized by the Cairns and Regional Multicultural Association, HINC, this year's festival was a living testament to the beauty that emerges when over 35 community groups, each with a unique cultural background, come together. The park transformed into a lively hub of entertainment, activities, and a feast of flavors from around the world.
The Cairns and Regional Multicultural Association, or CARMA, was established in March 2002 and serves as the umbrella association for over 50 community groups in the Cairns region. Initially founded by Centrecare Migrant Services to advocate for refugee arrivals in Cairns, CARMA now operates solely through the dedication of its 100% volunteer workforce. The festival was a testament to CARMA's mission of fostering cultural diversity, unity, and awareness in Queensland. It provided a platform for communities to share their unique cultures through storytelling, history, food, dance, arts and crafts, music, and various other activities. Among the cultures represented were Bhutan, Brazil, Canada, Fiji, Chile, Mauritius, Africa, Iran, Jordan, Thailand, Indonesia, Papua New Guinea, India, New Zealand, Nepal, Serbia, Greece, and many, many more. Youth empowerment was at the forefront of CARMA's efforts, aiming to uplift the next generation through cultural preservation and leadership development, including public speaking. The festival was officially opened by Elder Henrietta Formile. She is a Gimui Walubara Yidenji Elder, an Australian Research Council Fellow and Honorary Professor with the University of Queensland, and she delivered the Welcome to Country speech. In his address, Cairns Deputy Mayor Terry James was thrilled to be part of the festivities, celebrating a day of culture and unity in a multicultural environment. The festival's highlights included cultural dance performances by various groups and a spectacular didgeridoo workshop led by Jason Von Roll. The day was filled with an amazing cultural fashion show showcasing diverse attires, live dance numbers by the Cairns Flash Mobs, and the mesmerizing Japanese Neo or Neo Taiko drummers. A special treat was the traditional lion and dragon dance performed by Kadkai lions and dragon dance, symbolizing good luck and fortune in Chinese culture. Bringing a piece of history to the stage with this stunning narrated performance was the only PNG group, the wonderful Siala Dance and Theatre Troupe. Siala Dance Troupe represented PNG at the CARMA Festival, which showcased a melting pot of cultures from around the world. In a snapshot performance, they reenacted life in a traditional village, using original contemporized chants and dances to show fishing, gardening, and hunting. They performed Edihoro, a song written and made famous by the Tasinos of Parihanua, which tells the story of the Great Hiri trading expedition carried out between the Motu Koita and the people of Gulf. PNG, a land with over 800 languages and just as many tribal groups, Ciala could only give a fleeting glance of the traditional dance styles from our 4 regions, as well as pay tribute to the Pacific missionaries who introduced the Paraveta style singing and hula hula dance. Narrator, dance and theatre choreographer Dobi Kidu said, "Hopefully this interchange of culture at festivals will not only enrich our view of our global village but also strengthen our pride in our own cultural identities." In recognition of sponsors for the extravagant festival is Digital International, a major sponsor and supporter of the Karma Festival for the past 8 years, have played a crucial role in the event. The Cairns Multicultural Festival isn't just an event, it's a legacy, a beacon that shines bright, reminding us that in diversity we find strength, and as the festival continues to bridge cultures, it leaves a lasting mark on the landscape of far north Queensland, inspiring unity, understanding and a celebration of our shared humanity.
Until next Sunday, I'm Tracy Pa. Good night.